Today's episode of the Natural Habitat Podcast is brought to you by the hatred of Josh Feuerstein, or whatever the fuck his name is. That stupid Christian pastor guy that's all over the place making all of his claims and terrorist acts against abortion doctors. And you are tired of it, as am I, so you came to this place for a release, and instead I just started talking about it immediately, so I'm sorry. Today's episode is brought to you by Icy Tokes. Icy Tokes are refreezable glass cubes that you put in your freezer and then you put in your bong, and they cool down your smoke for the coolest toke. They cool down in about 15 minutes. They're completely reusable. They don't melt and cause any sort of excess water level in your bong. And they're a great product. They help us out, so help them out at icytokes.com and let them know that we sent you. Today we're going back in time. It's Thursday. And we're gonna have fun with it. I know that I am very high. Joey is equally high. I see him on Skype right now, and his eyes are almost closed. And we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna play Guess That theme song, and hopefully not break anything. So, thank you for joining us. Let's do it.
The Natural Habitat Podcast. Habitat Podcast. The Natural Habitat Podcast.
You like it to Sprite? I like it to Sprite.
Hey.
The Sprite cranberry. The Sprite cranberry.
You gotta quench that thirst here on the Natural Habitat Podcast. And we are brought to you, as always, by Sprite.
If they want to sponsor us.
I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm not sure how legal it is for me to just rattle off fake sponsors.
We should just do it. Fuck it.
You know what?
They sponsor everything else, all kinds of lame shit like basketball.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna go ahead and drop a bomb of knowledge right now on the podcast. For the first time, I'm gonna let you behind the veil as the listener. In the early days of the Natural Habitat Podcast, we were sponsored by White Owl cigars and blunt wraps, right? I was always plugging that white grape, brought to you by White Owl. I never talked to anybody at White Owl ever. I use White Owls all the time. I'm constantly rolling blunts with them, so it seemed like an obvious choice. And in the time, I didn't have any sponsors, so I just wanted to look professional and promote something that I enjoyed. So I did White Owl, and I never got in trouble for it. So I think that this episode is going to be brought to you by Sprite.
Without the promethazine.
Yeah. What we do is we put in this hash honey oil into our Sprite, and we make a pro-dankazine kind of thing.
Yeah. And definitely pro-dank. No pro-meth.
Not even once.
Yeah, not even once.
Fucking I've been drinking this honey hash oil from Killer Gorilla Farms. All right, Killer Gorilla Extracts. They are one of our new sponsors. They started their own delivery service called Killer Gorilla Farms. They'll be up on Weed Map soon, and they have this hash honey oil that is 700 milligrams in one little plastic cup, and you just take a spoonful and mix it in with, you know, some tea or some lemonade or whatever you want. Hot shit works better because it'll dissolve it. And I just been fucking drinking those like crazy. It's been madness over here. I haven't been able to use my body. My body's just been disconnected from my brain, and it's a lot of fun. Great way to stay in shape. They also have this Blue Dream right now that's going to be one of their top shelves. It's the best Blue Dream that I've ever smoked. I'm smoking it right now.
Where are they located at? Are they only in the Central Coast or what?
Central Coast. It's going to be San Luis Obispo County, and they're talking about doing overnight deliveries in California. So,
boom, I'm right here.
Yeah. So you know, you might be able to get a little package.
I want to kill a gorilla too.
Mm-hmm. And you should get some. Wait, you're gonna be in town sometime at the end of December, right? Because they're gonna be at the festival on the 28th.
Yeah, I won't be there then.
Well, you snooze, you lose, my friend.
Yeah.
But when you come, I'll make sure to hook you up with some of this honey hash because it's hella bomb.
Nice.
And
sounds like a plan. We'll get Uber high.
Yep. And before we get into this Throwback Thursday episode, we're coming at you again with television because it's just so deep. There's so much shit that we could talk about.
And it's just fun. I think the Guess the Theme Song game is like become one of my favorite parts of the entire podcast. It's something I look forward to for weeks before we do them. And I think that the fans really love it too because it's a way to be interactive with us. You know what I mean? Like we play the theme songs and everybody at home guesses along with us. So I think that it's cool to have something like that, even though it's kind of generic and we just make up the rules as we go. I think that it's still fun. Any type of interaction is fun. You know what I mean? Like you guys get to smoke with us. You get to play the games with us. You get to hear about stories from our life as they happen. You know what I mean? Like, you guys get all kinds of cool shit.
And you get some knowledge, which I'm going to drop on you right now. If you are a marijuana connoisseur in the medical field and, you know, you have your card, you get deliveries, or you know a guy that grows, you've been hearing this word thrown around a lot. And the word is terpy. Every weed and live resin and wax is super terpy. And it's the new hipster word of the medical marijuana community. Everybody loves to use it, and nobody likes to know what it means. So I started asking my friends. Turns out nobody knows what the fuck it really means. So I did some research, and what I found out is that there's 3 compounds, major compounds in, you know, a marijuana cannabis plant. That is THC, which stands for tetrahydrocannabinol, and then there's CBD, which is cannabidiol, and then there are what was I saying? Terpenes is what the third one is, and that promotes the smell of the plant. So it's in a lot of other plants, and it's also in some animals, and what it does is it gives it its odor, and it's usually a pungent odor to ward off, like, you know, parasites and animals that might come and eat the plant, so they put off a foul smell, and that's
so what they do is they take the terps from other plants and shit too, like citrus and things like that, and they mix it with the weed stuff to give it its flavor. So when you get a flavored dab that's supposed to be like some fruity shit, that's what it is.
Yeah. And,
you know, like that's where it comes from.
And, you know, there's certain weed that you could smell through the bag or through your container, and that weed's really terpy. And then there's other weed where, you know, you can't really smell it unless you break up the nug, and then it smells on the inside. And that's because all the terps are along the stem. So I learned all kinds of new shit about it, and now you did too. So congratulations. You owe me $15. You can donate it to the podcast in any form. We take Xbox Live cards. We take food stamps. We take EBT. We do not take orphaned children anymore. We got too many of those.
We do take sobriety chips.
Yeah, absolutely. We take sobriety chips.
Give us your sobriety chip. We'll give you a dab. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Man, that's a great deal. All right.
Yeah.
I say we hop in this time machine and get the fuck out of here because I'm tired of tired of hearing terps all day.
Are you ready?
Yep. Hit that button. All right. I think we're here. Hold on. Let me put my head out. Yep. Clean air. We're here.
Does it smell like Teen Spirit?
It kind of does. And it smells like there's no pollution. Everything smells amazing. And I think we made it. We made it to the 80s / 90s.
El Nino of old?
Like a classic El Nino? Like, yeah, it kind of does.
Fuck yeah.
So, today is a special day for me because I get to become victorious yet again at the Guess That Theme Song game. Like you said, the Guess That Theme Song game is probably the freshest thing that we do. We have a theme song for the Guess That Theme Song game now, and It's really the only reason why I show up and do this. I fucking hate it here.
It's the only game show in the world that has no rules.
Yeah, there's no rules.
Like, raise your hand and guess the theme song. If you get it right, credit yourself. We don't care. You know what I mean? It's like
it's
honor
not
system.
it's not the
Scout's
only.
honor. How do they do that?
Yeah, Scout 3 fingers. I think it's 3 fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, yeah. All right.
Scout's honor.
Yeah.
It is the only show that does that. But I just watched that movie the other day. They just put it on
Me
Netflix.
too, because they just put it on Netflix. Yeah.
Dude, you know what I realized while watching that movie? I watched Dude, Where's My Car? And you remember when it came out, like how stupid they were?
Yeah.
They're totally not that dumb anymore. Like in today's standards of people and how people act, they're just kind of normal. Like Chester was really smart, dude. He knew a lot of shit from the
Animal
Discovery
Planet.
Channel, Animal Planet.
Yeah.
He knew a lot. He absorbed that shit for real. So it's like they actually weren't as dumb as I remember them. I remember when I watched
Definitely going to have to do that movie soon on a Saturday matinee in January or something.
But do you agree with me or what?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. I think that movie was way ahead of its time. They even had the tranny shit.
Yeah.
And that was like 10 years pre-Caitlyn.
And then and then her boyfriend, that was the chick with the fake mustache. Thanks, fella.
Yeah.
All right. That fucking.
We are hot chicks. No.
It tripped me out that it was a movie about, just stupid, dumb stoners. And when they made another stupid movie, which I would say another movie about stupid people is Idiocracy, they had to dumb it way the fuck down because people are so dumb nowadays that, Dude, Where's My Car isn't dumb enough.
Yeah, it was dumb, but it wasn't. It was dumb in an innocent way. You know what I mean? It was like they were just innocent stoners. They got fucked up and couldn't remember what happened the night before. You know what I mean? And it was dumb because it was kind of childish.
Yeah.
But we were young at that time it came out, so things that were childish were more offensive to us instead of funny, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because they thought like they were making fun of us or something, It's like
it's a trip. It's a trip watching any of this shit, these old movies, these TV shows, all this shit as an adult, absorbing it with a different mind frame is weird.
One of the things that always stood out to me from that movie is when they were getting attacked by the ostriches. And he was like fucking llamas, you know what I mean?
It's not
he
a
kept
llama,
calling
dude.
them llamas and shit. Yeah, it's so funny. That shit was fucking hilarious when it first came out. I was dying laughing.
And then fucking Andy Dick was in the cage next to him. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So
good time.
so we're not here to talk about Andy Dick and his many roles. Maybe we'll talk about one of his roles on the Ben Stiller show. Because that's a TV show from the 90s. But either way. What?
Was it?
Possibly. Why are you so quiet? What's going on with you?
Who?
Who? You talking to me? I ain't quiet. You getting all sneaky over there.
Are you ready?
Am I ready? Am I ready to get high? Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm ready to get way fucking high. I'm going to take a big ass dab.
Uber.
I'm going to take me a dab. Did you see this?
Better knock on my door.
I'm going to knock on my door. A dab is waiting for you. Did you see this? See the shatter I got?
Yeah, it's looking pretty bammy. I wish I had some right now.
It's mad terpy.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It's mad terpy. All right, everybody. We're getting some dabs ready. This is the part of the show.
Terp this.
Oh, look at that terpy ass. Ooh. You're all, yeah, I wish I had some, and then you pull out your shatter.
You know how I do it. Do it too.
Like,
do it.
Like Cheech and Chong. No, I said I wish I had some lewds. I don't
Dave's not here.
like that too.
Man.
So,
Dude, I can't wait to get him on the show. I don't even know what to say to him, really. Except for thank you
I say that
for everything that he's done. I've been on a fucking That 70s Show kick, and I started it over from the beginning again, which I've done many times. And Chong is so funny on there.
he is.
He had a minimal part, but he was really hilarious. He was really funny, really quick-witted, and everything that guy does is fucking hilarious. He's got his own style and his own sense of humor and the way that he does things, and I really enjoy it. I think it's fucking classic. I think that, you know, he's done a great thing for all of us for a long time, and I just really have a lot of respect for them.
I think so too. And we have two bugs in his ear now. We have Shelby Chong and we have Evelyn Garita, and they're both in each ear telling him, go on the Natural Habitat Podcast. Natural Habitat Podcast. These kids,
it's not a cooking show.
They're like, hey, these kids, they're out here and they're making waves and making moves and doing shit for the marijuana community. You need to go and be on their show. So once he comes and he's on the show, I say what we do is we introduce him and then we just start breathing heavily into our microphones and let him talk for a half hour and then hang up at the 30-minute mark, even if he's not done. And I think that would be the best interview by far. And then we don't have to worry about coming up with anything. We just act nervous.
I just really don't even care what he talks about, honestly. Like, I just want to talk to him and be like, yo, we just love everything you do. You know, I want to know, really, honestly, I want to know, like, what's the future? Is there a new sitcom coming? Is there you know what I mean? Is there a new Cheech and Chong movie hope or anything? Like, Cheech and Chong's last movie or something can we look forward to? Or, like, I want to know what's coming, because I guarantee he's got some plans, you know?
There should be a sitcom with, and it should just be called Tommy and Shelby, and it'll be about, like, their lives, like, loosely based on it. And with, like, the way that the marijuana world is now, and, you know, it's, like, becoming legalized everywhere and decriminalized and nobody cares, they could just put that on, you know, Fox and get a bunch of viewers just off of that. I think that it would be amazing.
Well, let's not pitch too much. Let's not give away our secrets yet, and we'll pitch them to him ourselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that
we get a little chunk.
It would be dope just to do an NHP smoke sesh with Tommy Chong. That'd be crazy.
A whole episode smoke sesh.
Right?
Yeah, we just smoke the whole time, just talk about random nonsense. That'd be awesome.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Just the NHP smoke sesh episode. We need to stop brainstorming and giving away our ideas.
And get into the smoke session we already started.
and talk about TV shows, because we're getting derailed a lot.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm ready, man.
All right, let's do this.
Everybody out there, time to smoke.
Smoking on this key lime pie. Y'all ready for this?
Smoking on a blue dream. Yeah.
Remember the 80s dances and shit? Be like, everybody used to have like random curly hair.
Yep. And it was just one move that you would do over again.
Wear sweatbands and fucking everybody would dance.
Yep.
Everybody was on coke, the good kind, not the shut out 90s coke.
Uh-huh.
A good ass 80s coke. Shout out to the 80s coke. Shout out to Axel Foley. Shout out to Beverly Hills Cop.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to motherfucking Eddie Murphy, like a motherfucker.
I used to be able to play that song.
That was a good movie.
I used to be able to play that song on piano. Bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum, ba-dum,
I
bum,
think
bum.
every kid probably like started out trying to play something around those lines. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that was like probably the most relevant like easy tune to learn. That's new. That wasn't like some classical song or like some stupid shit that people teach you at like a music class or whatever.
Yep. What I did on that last smoke sesh is I overdid it. I took a dab.
Damn.
And then I smoked like the rest of that bowl, and now I'm way fucking high. So.
Dope. You know what that means? You're gonna struggle through this game, and I'm gonna win.
Oh no, that ain't gonna happen because I focus more. I focus better when I'm high. So.
Your fuckers.
I focus. I got that strong focus. So. So what would you say is your standout show from the 80s? What did you watch when you were a kid? Like, what was your shit? Maybe not the dopest show, but what do you remember watching all the time?
I don't know.
That's a great answer.
There's a lot, man. There's a lot. You know what I mean? Like, everything was limited. So we only had so much. We only had a few channels. We only had, like, you know what I mean? In the 80s, I don't even think we had cable. So...
No, you had an antenna on your TV.
Yeah, there was just like a few things that you had. So mostly it was probably more movies than TV shows in the 80s. But then in the 90s, when when cable became cheap enough for everybody to get, you know, then everybody was watching the same shows. And then it ended up being like all the Nickelodeon shows or all the like, Nick. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yep.
I was just tripping on that shit earlier this morning. And I was like, fucking Coolio singing the fucking Keenan and Kel song and shit. And,
yeah, it's a trip.
You know? I mean, I don't know. A lot of shows. If I was going to say any TV shows from the 80s, it would have had to have been like, probably like A-Team or like things like that. Things that, you know, people in the house would watch, like who relatives or parents or grandparents or whatever, you know what I mean? Like somebody else would be watching, so you just remember like classic shows like that being on TV, you know what I mean? Like things like that.
I'm gonna say that my shit when I was a kid was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That was in the 80s.
That was 1990. But I also was born in 86, so by 89, I was 3 years old and not really enjoying sitcoms on television. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
So
That's what I meant. Like things that you remember would be on TV would be things that other people were watching, not necessarily us, you know?
Yeah, and that's what I got introduced to a lot of super old school, like black and white shows when I was a kid because that was like... I remember it was the start of TV Land, and they would show old school commercials, old Ovaltine commercials, and Where's the Beef and shit like that. And they would show...
That was cool of them, too.
Yeah, they would show, like, Green Acres. They would show the Andy Griffith Show. Fucking... There was a lot of other ones on there that I would watch.
And that's where Nickelodeon always really had their shit together, you know? It's like they were always ahead of the curve. Like, they were playing the old school shit back in the day. Now they're playing 90s shit over again, you know what I mean? And it's like they really get it. They get that sense of like urgency of like things that the generations want, you know what I mean? The different generations want these things.
Yep.
So let's give it to them.
So we talk a lot about connections between universes on our show. It seems to come up a lot, and you and me, I think, both appreciate the connections between different movie and TV show universes. So, are you aware that Full House is connected to the Air Bud franchise?
No. That's cool, though.
The dog, Buddy the Wonder Dog, the dog who played Buddy in Air Bud, is also Comet from Full House.
Now, as soon as you said Buddy, it clicked. I was like, that is the same dog.
Same fucking dog. Just chilling.
In the first one, right? It didn't stay the same dog in every Air Bud.
No, it was just the first one. I don't think it did.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
We gotta have a whole Saturday matinee on Air Bud.
Yeah, or Full House.
Yeah, so
that show's coming back.
Full House,
too.
yeah, Fuller House.
Yeah,
a lot of
crazy, man. I love it.
That's another thing. That's another thing we talk about is how we get to relive the past. You know what I mean?
All the time. I constantly see myself reliving my childhood all the fucking time, and I love it.
And then they also had that show. I want to say it was called Girl Meets World, and it was about Corey and Topanga from Boy Meets World, and it was about their kids like growing up, and they played the parents. So it was like a trip. It was the same show made by the same people, shot the same kind of storyline, just scooted down a generation.
That's dope. It's smart. I think that's what they should do with Fresh Prince.
Yeah, I think so too. It'd be dope.
His kids could star in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he could be the uncle.
They're both little actors.
He could be the Uncle Phil type character.
Yeah, bring Carlton back. Bring everybody back.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it'd be dope.
It would be so sick.
Didn't one of the like sisters do porn though? Isn't she like a crackhead now?
I don't know.
I want to say that
you don't have to bring everybody back, but I just saw. You know what I'm saying?
Leave her there.
Like there's times and places for cameos and everything, but fucking you can't offer a crackhead a part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't do it. Can't do that.
Yeah. But it is what it is, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, like, you don't have to bring back everybody. I just saw Will Smith and fucking Carlton himself, whatever his name is. I can't remember his real name, but that's sad. But and his son and fucking they were all overseas in London doing some TV show like the Graham Norton show over there or something like that, and they were doing like some of the dances and shit from fucking Fresh Prince, and Carlton did the Carlton dance and shit, and they were like rapping and doing. It was sick, bro. You gotta look it up, check it out. It's
That's dope.
Yeah, it was like a reunion. It was like a small reunion, and Fresh Prince really added on with the Will Smith's youngster. So
that's fresh. I think they should definitely keep it going. Rebrand that shit. Make some money.
Yeah, I heard something about it. Like they were trying to bring it back in some capacity. So like, I mean, if they were smart, you know, what's the obvious thing is to just be the next generation. You know,
right? So
they owe it to us. We love them. We want them. You know what I mean? Like bring that shit.
Bring it. So I'm too excited because I am feeling overly confident right now. So I'm gonna say that we jump into this game and guess that theme song.
All right, I got a bunch.
You got a bunch?
Just to let you know.
Oh, you trying to act like you got too many theme songs or what? Like you got too many? You got more? You got more than me?
I got a lot.
You don't even want to know how many.
Thinkers.
I got
some free space codes. I got some thinkers. I got some motherfucking super ones you never gonna know.
And then you got a couple of those ones that I'll recognize immediately, but I won't know what it's from. Those are my favorites, the ones that just piss me off. So this is how we play. Hard. This is how we play Guess That theme song. First, we play the Guess That theme song.
Seinfeld, Blossom Wings, Hey Dude, Twin Peaks, Dawson's Creek. Wait, was that Sequest DSV or was it P&P? Complete the thing.
Bitch, it's time to play Guess That theme song.
Cheers! The adventures of
But first
Briscoe
we'll play
County
Guess
Jr.
That theme song.
Sit back, singled
When
out.
you play Guess That theme song, your
Step by
TV theme
step.
song game SP100.
Cosby
Boy,
Show,
you probably
American Gladiator. One thing Fred Savage was in that wasn't the Wonder Years.
Thank you, Awesome Ty, for that theme song. That was dope. Yeah. So what it is we will play a bunch of theme songs. Today it's going to be old school TV shows and live action only. And we are going to try to guess what theme song the other person is playing. You guys can play along at home. You keep track of your own score, like the honor system. And if you get every single theme song correct, then you win $50,000. Now, somebody started emailing me these angry emails and saying, I guessed every theme song correct, I was in my car. I had my friend to witness me, and I got them all right. Where's my $50,000? And I had to let him know, and I'll let everyone else know right now. One, I never specified where you would get the $50,000. I don't know why you're asking me for it. Two, you have to guess every theme song on every episode until the end of the podcast, like to the end of the existence. So as long as Throwback Thursdays keep coming, and as long as we keep playing Guess That Theme Song, you have to keep guessing and compiling your score. So this is an overtime thing. It's not a one-time win. You're not going to win $50,000 for guessing theme songs on one episode, all right? This is an ongoing thing. So keep it up, everybody. We hope that that your scores are getting up there. Whoever has the highest score at the end will win something, and if you have them all, you get $50,000 from somewhere. Maybe it's Joey. Maybe Joey will give it to you.
Nope.
All right, just wanted to clear the air on that. So, being a gentleman, I'm gonna let you go ahead and go first and see what you got.
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah,
huh? Ladies first.
It's not what I said, but all right.
Huh? You ready?
I've never been ready. Okay, I think I know what that is, but what's in my head, it's like a new show. Like, but it's not, right? That's like an old-ass show. Oh, man. God damn it. It's like, it sounds like it's fucking like some like CSI shit. Like Law and Order. Is it Law and Order?
Yep.
It is?
Yep.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Chicken dinner. One chicken dinner from me. All right.
Bam.
Let's see if you can get this one.
Once upon a time, there was
Hold on. That one has words in it. Never mind. What do you think? Do you know what it is?
I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
You don't know?
Yeah, it's obvious. 21 Jump Street.
God,
but
did you know what it was before?
at first, no.
Until she said Jump Street.
No. You recognize what it is before that, but I mean, in the beginning, it throws you off because like a lot of shows did have like a fucking generic ass song that you're like, it's so hard to tell sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in the beginning I was drawing a blank, and then like as it got closer I was like, oh, okay.
It's just the
I got more
same
familiar.
thing, and then with different lyrics.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's hard.
All right, well that's my fault. So I'm gonna give you that's a point. So we're 1-1.
No one told you that was gonna be this way.
It's Friends, yo.
It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall.
So you know what it is.
That's Friends.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Boom.
That was like the household show when I was growing up. It was like my mom
For sure.
and my stepdad watched that shit brand new on NBC every week. and everybody followed along with the story and their relationships, and everybody still to this day knows fucking Friends and Phoebe and Ross and Rachel and all that shit. Yeah, there's like a whole new generation getting turned on to it.
And it's memes and GIFs now. You know what I mean? Like it's everywhere.
I think they're called GIFs.
Really?
I'm just saying. I think they're called GIFs. And I also found out that a WAV file, like an MP3 and a WAV, is actually a WAV and not a WAV. Did you know that?
Why? Because there's no E?
Yeah, it's like in the industry, like if a music producer, like if you were in like a professional studio, he would call it a WAV file. Like bring me a WAV of the file instead of this MP3, and you'd be like, I don't know what that is. Oh wait, a WAV file. Okay. I found out I've been saying it wrong all these years. But I don't know. I've been pronouncing it GIF, but it could be GIF. I don't know.
You never know.
If anybody knows, call us.
Yeah.
The number is somewhere. All right. Here we go.
I bet we've been together for 1,000,000 years.
And I bet we'll be together for 1,000,000 more.
Oh, it's like I started breathing on the night we kissed. And I can't remember what I ever did before.
Okay, I feel like it's about to say the name of the show, so I'm going to stop. The song is not fitting for the show.
Yeah, I don't know it.
It's Family Ties.
Figures. I didn't watch that show.
I didn't watch it either. That's why I had to throw you a curveball so I could get a point ahead of you. I had to do something.
Well, I lost that one.
All right. What do you got?
I'm going to have to hit you with a different one now. Let's see.
Maybe the world is blind, or just a little unkind. Don't know. Seems you can't be sure of anything anymore. Although you may be lonely, and then one day you're smiling again.
What is it?
I have no idea what that is.
It's Punky Brewster.
Punky Brewster.
Yeah.
God damn it. That's what happens. I never watched Punky Brewster. I've heard about
It's
it.
our era, though.
Yeah.
It's our era, though.
Well, that's what I get. So, what are we, 2-2 now?
Come and dance on our floor. Take a step that is
Hell yeah.
That song's amazing.
Yeah. Three's Company was the shit.
Uh-huh.
It really was. That was a cool show.
All right.
All right. I got one for you.
Okay.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say thank you for being a friend.
I think I know what that is.
What is it?
Is it Bosom Buddies? No? Ah, what is it?
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls. That's close, I guess.
It was kind of close.
Yeah. All right. I'm not sure if this one.
Oh, this game is fun.
Okay, I got two for you because the first one might say the name.
All right.
You know what it is?
I do know it, but I don't know it. I know it, but
You wanna
I'm
guess?
gonna feel dumb. No, what is it?
Get your cares away. Worries for another day. Let the music play. Down in Fraggle Rock.
Yeah,
Down in
I knew
Fraggle
it
Rock.
too.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it too. You know what's funny is I was just watching something about that shit. Like
Fraggle Rock was a
day or
weird
two
show.
ago. It was, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? All the Muppet shit was weird, but it was all dope as a kid. You know what I mean? Like as a kid, it was cool because it was like all. You could let your imagination run wild on anything, really. As a kid, it was super dope. You know?
All right, you got one?
No. Yeah, I got a good one.
No.
I got a fucking good one, bro.
Well, I'm gonna fucking guess it. So lay it on.
Boy in the neighborhood lives downstairs and it's understood. He's there just to take good care of me, like he's one of the family. Charles in charge Charles in charge of our wrongs and our rights. And I see I was
You gotta have some spoilers in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just like make it all hard.
Was that the Cosby Show?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I
you
thought.
got it. Sweet. Hell yeah.
Dude, that's the best intro I've ever seen in my life. That was amazing. You know what that is?
I do, but I don't. What is it?
That was the Cosby Show. And I would,
It was?
I would suggest that everybody out there go and watch the opening sequence of the Cosby Show. This says season 2. I don't know if it's the same in season 1 as it is in season 2. They might have like brought the new sequence in on season 2, but it's like him dancing with each different member of the family, and he's doing just the weirdest Cosby dance moves. And it's where all the stereotypical Cosby movement, like where you see Cosby on like, you know, Family Guy, and he's doing all this like weird shit. It all comes from that one video that I watched and thoroughly enjoyed. So, are you looking it up right now?
No.
All right.
Cosby.
You got another theme song?
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, that shit was dope as fuck.
That it was, but I don't recognize that at all. But do I know the show?
Probably.
What's the where is
Maybe.
it?
If you had a grandma, you probably seen the show.
Okay, hold on. Play like 5 seconds of it again. Nope, still nothing. What is it?
It's Murder, She Wrote.
Jesus. Murder, She Wrote is on.
Yeah. If you had a grandma, you've seen that show.
Yeah, well, I did have a grandma, but my grandma was very strict Christian and didn't watch anything with murder in it. She didn't do it. I mean, I know the show wasn't bad, but that doesn't mean that she didn't watch it. She was very fundamentalist and tried to exorcise a demon out of me when I was 16 years old, which is a fun story that I shouldn't be telling right now.
Shout out to G-Ma. Fuck, man. I know this one. God damn it.
If you had a grandma, you've seen this show. Or a grandpa.
Oh, fuck. I know that shit too. God damn it.
It is Matlock.
Damn it. It is.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that Andy Griffith was Matlock.
Yeah.
Matlock is an old Andy Griffith.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So I lost score. So
It don't matter.
yeah, it's whatever. I think we're about tied. I think. I'm gonna say. It's so dope.
I wonder who made that shit.
Right? Whoever
I
did
paid.
made a great job. Who made it?
I don't know.
Uh,
But I do know.
that's Seinfeld,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was bugging me. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, you were almost going to say Home Improvement.
I was.
I should have stopped it right there and then asked you, and you would have been like, Home Improvement.
Home Improvement. Yep. But
That
no,
would have been funny.
I got it.
Great.
Let's see. I got one.
So,
I got one last one that you're never gonna get.
all right.
All right. You ready? This is just to seal the deal. It's the final nail in your coffin to solidify that I won the game. If you can't guess this.
Sunday, Monday, happy days.
Oh,
Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are ours. Happy days. These days are ours. Share them with me. Goodbye, gray sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. Feels so right, you can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long.
Fucking Ron Howard. Man, the Fonz was so cool.
Was that the Munsters?
Damn. You lost. There it is. Dunzo. Shit. Fucking the Fonz was the shit, dude. And
He really was.
and Henry Winkler still is.
He still
dope.
is.
Yeah, he's still amazing.
Yeah. Everything he does is still funny.
And he's still been around like in like pop culture, like when fucking
Do you watch the show Royal Pains? Have you heard of it?
I haven't.
It's a show on USA, and it's about a concierge doctor that like makes house calls to rich people in the Hamptons, and Henry Winkler plays the doctor's dad, and that's on a show that's on right now.
That's dope.
Yeah, he's fucking funny in it. He's like a con man in it, and he like been to federal prison and shit. And I don't know, he's like super funny.
I know that he was on Children's Hospital. Did you ever watch Children's Hospital?
Yeah.
He was like the hospital administrator and just totally insane, lost his mind. The character that he played was funny. And I'll always remember him being covered in bees in Little Nicky.
Yeah. That was fucked up, but it was cool. He's in all the Adam Sandler movies.
Yep. Henry Winkler's the shit. And we should get him on the podcast.
Adam
and
Sandler's
interview
the
him.
shit, dude. Adam Sandler's the shit, for putting everybody on all the time. Like, nobody else does what he does, really, He put all his friends on and fucking made sure they all got paid and shit.
So here's something I found out that is interesting and could have been an alternate universe that we live in, is that Marlon Wayans from the Wayans brothers, and a very big thing in the 90s. A very prosperous family full of children. There was, I think, 17 of them, and they all were some sort of artist. And Marlon Wayans was originally signed on to play Robin in Batman Forever with Michael Keaton. So it was going to be Michael Keaton and Marlon Wayans instead of Christopher O'Donnell.
It's crazy, right?
Imagine if Marlon Wayans would have been Robin, what the character would have been like, you know what I mean? He might have saved it, because, Chris O'Donnell did a good job, but he did a good job at being someone that everybody hates, because everybody hates Robin. Robin's a little bitch, you know what I mean? But
yes,
it would have been weird to have that comical like character, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely would have been different, but who's to say? Like, I don't know. It's cool to have alternate ending possibilities like that. Like, that would have been crazy. It would have been cool to see somebody different like him play a role like that.
I say, why not? Why not now? Why not Ben Affleck and Marlon Wayans, Batman and Robin? Who the fuck? Well, that sounds right.
Yeah,
I think
that would be dope.
No, I was gonna say that Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Is Joseph Gordon-Levitt going to be Robin, or is he going to be the next commissioner, or is he going to be Commissioner Gordon?
I don't know.
Did you see the most recent Batman movie?
No.
They're fucking with the universe all kinds, and it's a mess.
Yeah, but like, sometimes good shit comes out of it, right? Like, sometimes the franchises go sour for a movie or three, and then all of a sudden it's fucking a new set of people, and it's just bad as fuck. So, like, you know what I mean? You never know. It's like hit or miss in the comic book universes in the movies.
Yeah, you're right. But
so here we trip out on good theme music all the time. Like, that's one of our favorite things, is theme music in movies and everything else. And I have to say that John Williams is the fucking theme god. And I think that it's relevant that we talk about him right now, because he's the guy who created the Star Wars theme. And we're just a few days away from the premiere of the most epic movie of all time. I've been saying it all year. Nobody wants to believe me, but the movie's coming out, and it's going to be the most epic thing of all time. And I think it's going to hit like $3 billion.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to go see it.
Fucking crazy.
I'm going to go see that shit on opening night. It's going to be dope.
But John Williams also did the music for
he did
Jaws. 2 Jaws films.
This is a score from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Music conducted,
Jurassic Park.
composed, and conducted by John Williams. So he's a conductor, like an orchestral conductor. And he has he runs the orchestra with his wand, and he like bounces it around and shit, which is an art. It's a skill for sure.
Yeah, composer, conductor, and pianist is what it says.
That's dope.
And he's done all these things.
He's on
and it
Jurassic
says Jaws,
Park, War of the Worlds.
He did 2 Jaws. Yeah, fucking E.T., Indiana Jones,
The
Close
Patriot.
Encounters, Superman, fucking Hook, Home Alone, fucking all these things that we love so much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy to see, like, especially, like, so many of these have such an impact. When you hear that Star Wars music, your mind goes into a different place. You know what I'm saying? When you're a fan, you know, you're just like, holy shit. And it was that same feeling with Jurassic Park and E.T. and everything. Indiana Jones, you know what I mean? Like, there's something about it that if you get the theme right, it just takes you to another place. It's like Goonies, you know what I mean? Like, all the fucking movies that we love. Tombstone, you know, a lot of the ones that we already talked about. Like, all these, when people get the themes right, it just transforms everything and takes it to another level. You know what I mean? And I think we should do an episode soon about all the famous theme song composers. And shit.
Because I know,
and then play all the theme songs.
Because I'm a big fan of Danny Elfman, who is lead singer of band Oingo Boingo from the 80s, and he's a composer. And he made movie scores for a whole bunch of shit. He made scores for Batman, Edward Scissorhands, The Simpsons theme song. Let's see. He made the Mars Attacks theme. He did a bunch of like random shit. Spider-Man theme song. He did all the different Batman Returns, Batman Forever theme. And, like, he just has this, like, crazy-ass extensive, career of composing music that is, like, that stands out. Like, he makes these songs that when you hear them, you immediately think of whatever it's attached to. You immediately recognize it. You go, hey, that's that. And it's not like, that sounds familiar. You know what I mean? And it's... And then... there's a skill in that for sure.
It's like an elite club, you know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of them. Like, Hans Zimmer is another one of, like, the most famous known ones, you know? And he's done so many things. Like, we'll definitely sit down and we'll do an episode about this shit. This is important, you know what I mean? I think these guys are so important to movies and everything. And they, like, basically create the feeling of the whole thing. You know what I mean? Without the music, a lot of movies would be really bare and, like, wouldn't have near the same feeling, not whatsoever. You know what I mean? It would be so anticlimactic. You know what I mean? It doesn't have that shit that like makes the hair stand up on your arms. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? You get the chills from the right music and parts. And I don't know.
It's definitely an art. We'll talk about that. But what I do want to throw out is a fact about the much loved Carlton dance from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. All right. The Carlton dance was from the actor. Alfonso Ribeiro is his name. The guy who played Carlton. We couldn't remember it earlier. But Alfonso said that he was watching a video of Bruce Springsteen and Courtney Cox called Dancing in the Dark. And Bruce Springsteen pulls her up on stage and she basically does the Carlton dance. And it was that and a mix from Eddie Murphy's Delirious comedy video where he does the white man dance. And does like a dance like a white guy does. He mashed those two together, and that became the iconic Carlton snap your fingers and swing your arms around dance. So that's where it came from. It wasn't just it was the actor doing his job, and it wasn't just him being himself and being a dork, because he actually was like super smooth. I remember like watching something with him after Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was done. And it was like the guy who played Carlton. It was Alfonso. And he's doing something. And it was like a whole nother guy. and like, you know, you realize how good he played that character. That show was it was definitely underrated. You know what I mean? I think. Because it was one of the first shows, if I'm not mistaken, that had a rapper as the main character. And, you know, it was still kind of like hip hop was sectioned off and not, you know, worldwide or nationwide how it is now, how anybody can listen to music and grow up on whatever they want. And I think that, you know, they were kind of put in a box viewer-wise to where they probably got a lot of their credit after they aired. You know what I mean? A lot of the credit came later.
Word.
You got nothing to say about that? You're just gonna let me dig myself into a hole talking shit about Will Smith? Thanks, man. Thanks for helping me out.
I like Billy style. You know? It's all good.
That show was dope. And it's like, imagine, because Will Smith, like, he had released like some albums back then. Like, I don't know how many albums he had released before he started doing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But imagine getting a show. Like, imagine now, like, you live in Hollywood. If someone approached you and was like, okay, we want to do a show about a guy that makes music independently and lives on the internet and sits at home and does podcasts with his buddy and lives with his girlfriend in Hollywood. And we just want to kind of base it around what you do. And, you know, we'll have you talk to the writers and you can, you know, map this all up. Well, you rap, you say, make a theme song. You make a theme song for the opening credits and we'll have you do it professional music video style. And imagine if you got all that, you know what I mean? And then got it put on TV. That's so dope that he got that.
Yeah.
It's like, talk about getting it handed to you. I'm looking at a picture of his dumbass face with a sideways green hat.
He like grew up on TV, dude. For real. He was young when he got on that show. He fucking had to grow up on there for years. How many seasons did it have? 6 or something?
I'm not sure. It went for a while. 90s TV. It went, 1990 to 1996. So 6 seasons.
Yeah, man.
I know that
important show.
Another person that's tried to do what Will Smith did and didn't do it right is you know that guy Hobson? He's like some sort of underground like popular rapper guy that, you know, doesn't really talk about anything. He was in the show That's So Raven. Did you know that?
Nope.
Hobson, as he was like 12 or 13, and he was in That's So Raven, and he played the bully that would always like pick on like Raven's friends or whatever. That show was like, I was a little too old when that shit came out, but I remember that when I like found out about it, I went back and looked at it on YouTube, and he's just like, he's some actor guy that was trying to act and be in sitcoms, never really made it anywhere, and then started making music. So he did like a reverse Will Smith. You know what I mean? That's why it's not working out. You can't change the formula, man. You gotta do music first, then TV, then movies.
Yeah.
And then I guess fucking we probably shouldn't talk about this, but I heard that Will and what's her name? Jada Pinkett Smith? Is that her name? Or is that his kid?
Yeah.
That's his wife?
Yeah.
They like have some crazy open relationship and just bang all kinds of people all the time? That's what I heard.
Probably not.
I heard that they're always banging other people and it's no big deal. And
right.
And they're like, hey, I'm just saying that's what I heard. I'm not saying it's fact. All right, allegedly.
Yeah, it's definitely wrong. Where do you get the news from? the fucking newspaper aisle in the grocery store?
Yeah, I read it on a tabloid, and I was like, damn, open relationship.
Shit.
That's dope.
Gotta be true.
Mm-hmm. So,
fuck yeah,
there it is.
Smith.
You heard it second here.
Yep. Cool.
Mm-hmm. So as always, do you have anything to add?
Nope.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Go and
just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic point aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour.
Set sail, bitches.
3-hour tour.
All right, before we go,
The weather stopped.
did you know that Gilligan's Island ended with them still stuck on the island?
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man. Like,
No, it's open ended, so they could do movies about getting off the island afterwards.
but did they
Yeah, they did.
really? And did they? I don't think.
They got off twice and then went back.
Yeah, and then they went back. They always. That's what I'm saying. Like movies included. Just the end of the whole Gilligan's Island universe is them still on the island. It was only
where they
supposed to
wanna
be.
be.
It was only supposed to be 3-hour
Hey,
tour.
if I was them and I lived on the island that long and was just like surviving, fuck it. Why would you come back? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's your own world. You
Yeah.
get to make your own rules.
You got
Nobody
everything
tells
you
you
need
what
out
to
there.
do. You don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to do shit.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So maybe living off the grid is better. That was just all.
Yeah.
It was just all a metaphor for get out of the
Fuck
system.
Government. Yeah.
Yeah. So get out of the system, everybody. Turn off your technology now that we're done.
Yeah.
All right.
These bitches.
The Natural Habitat Podcast.